and I could have made the full splitter, but I got an extra foot so I can make side skirts for it. So I can have full splitter in the front, then I have side splitters with the same exact material. What is up, YouTube? Johnny B here again today, and we're gonna be bringing you another video on the FRS. Obviously, you guys saw the video on the splitter. You saw what material I used, and you saw that I had a little bit extra material left over because I bought 6 feet by 3 feet, so that was an extra foot of material that I didn't need for the splitter, so I just went ahead and chopped that off. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to use that to make side splitters. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure the edges. I measured how much material I still have left, and I have about 11 inches and a half. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off, and then I'm gonna divide it into 2. As you guys can see there, 11 inches and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it down right there. Make sure you have your mark, since we're gonna be making them about 5 inches and 3/4 wide. So this is gonna be for both of our side skirts, since that's the material that we were left with. So let me go ahead and make a line so we can know exactly where to cut. So there's the cut. I went ahead and removed that. Obviously that's where I had cut the splitter already, so you guys know why that is in that shape. Then these are gonna be my side splitters. This is the cut that we did. Then I have to go ahead and give it a cut through the middle, and then we will have both. And then I have to tweak a little design because I made a quick template. And it has like this little cut at the end just so it gets out of the way of like a little mud flap that's on the FRS. Don't want that to be in the way, so we'll go ahead and chop that off. You know, once we make them separate, we will go ahead and put the design and then test fit them on the car to see how they fit. So here are both of the side splitters cut exactly in half. I have them at 5 3/4, so 5 inches and 3/4 each, because my remaining material was like 11 and a half, a little bit more than that. So I just try to make them as wide as I could with the material that I had left over. Then obviously they're 6 foot long, and then this is gonna be a little cut that I'm gonna go ahead and make at the ends of them on both sides. So let me show you why I'm gonna make that little cut. And let's go over here. You can see that I'm gonna make the cut because of this little flap right here. It's like a little mud flap that they have, so we want to go ahead and bypass that, and then it's gonna come out here and then come out around this area, so it's gonna bypass this little flap so it doesn't mess with it. Okay, so before I'm gonna go ahead and make them nice, I'm gonna go ahead and test fit them. It's looking good, obviously. So we look down here. I'm gonna make it get as close as I can to the pinch welds of the body. That way it makes this area nice and flat. Don't have to worry about that. So there's a nice gap over here, so it sticks out, you know, very nicely, and then it kind of goes in with the rear part of it as the rear quarter panel sticks out a little bit more. Go over here, and then obviously here's the cutout for that. Didn't make this as pretty because this isn't going to be really that visible, but then we're going to make this edge nice and round here too. Obviously the cutout for this, and then touching the pinch welds also all the way down, so it's going to look pretty nice even from underneath. So here, probably gonna have to make this a lot rounder. Probably cut off nice chunk out of here and make it round. Something similar to like what we did here, just so it's not pointy and it looks good. So I took off my cutting blade, which is a diamond cut with a little bit of opening there, and then I'm swapping it out for this, which is a flap disc or sandpaper disc. As you can see, it's got a lot of little tiny pieces of sandpaper on here, so this is going to help me clean up the edges on the actual side splitters to make the edges nice and smooth. So after you're done cutting, it's not very smooth, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and smooth this out. So now that we went ahead and made it smooth, we're gonna go ahead and use the router to make the edges nice and round. That way they're not sharp as they are right now. So there we go, that's how it looks when you do the router. It gives the edges a nice and round feel. I'm probably going to end up doing it the same thing on both sides, just so it's nice and smooth underneath and over top. But as you can see, this is going to be the front edge that goes to my front fender. I just wanted to round this off, make it look nice, and it came out really nice. Now I just have to go ahead and round off the edges all around, top and bottom. Everything that's going to be visible, probably leave the inside as is, since that's not going to be needed. And I'm going to do the same thing to this. So let's get that done. You can see we got it all rounded all along the edge, making it nice and smooth. Just the outer part, basically the part that's going to be visible. The inside, I just grinded it down, rounded off the edges without using the router. There they are, pretty much done. Only thing left now is to put them on the cart, and that's how they look from underneath. So they're gonna go all the way to the pinch welds here, all the way flat. It's gonna be flush with the frame rail right there, and it looks pretty good all the way back. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and self-top them all the way through. Probably alternate 3 inches in. There is going to be a part where I can bolt it to the bottom, and we can also bolt it to the inside just for extra sturdiness. So let's go ahead and do that. So here is the side skirt view, or the side splitter, whatever you guys want to call it. It changes the car quite a bit. I'm not sure if I'm like completely into it at the moment. It does add like a nice little aesthetic view, you know. It's nice to have it matching with the front splitter. So you guys look down here, down with some better lighting, we can see, you know, how I went ahead and bolted it on. It's got about a bolt every 6 inches or so to be able to, you know, give it the strength and rigidity. And then obviously, you know, with the rounding of the edges, with the round over bit and the router, that just gives it a nice aesthetic look. Also, if you guys look underneath the car, I made it to where it's completely touching where the pinch welds are at, so that way it kind of like helps with aerodynamics, because there used to be like a big hole right in this area where it would just sink in. So now it's going to be a flat piece, so it kind of just helps the air flow out from underneath the car. And if you guys look a little bit this way, I've been doing that quite a bit. I just added this, you know, for fun. This is literally just covering like part of the frame rails here. And then obviously you guys know that I had the Velox rear diffuser and stuff, so with the splitter, with this, with the side skirts, and with the rear diffuser and these parts that they're calling the diff covers, it kind of helps the air travel underneath the car just to make it a little bit more aerodynamic. When we stopped a while back ago in Kaale, we went to a McLaren dealership and they actually let us see a P1, and I was amazed when I saw that P1 because they had it up on the lift and underneath it was full carbon fiber, and it was just completely all covered up. So that was amazing to see. Obviously that's what they do in the hyper cars or the super cars, where you want it to be as flat as possible underneath the car so you can get the air out, so you're not creating lift underneath, so the air is not getting stuck in different places. You want it to flow out, so it'll help with traction as well, as aerodynamics, help you cut through the wind a little bit better. So it's functional, but it also looks good now that we have the side splitters and the splitter in front. So let me go ahead and bring the car down so we can give it like a little bit of top views. All right guys, so I know you guys are gonna be wondering, can those bolts really hold that splitter on, at high speeds? Is that even holding on properly? Is it even strong enough? And you guys probably saw my splitter video and saw me stand on that. So you guys are probably thinking that this can hold my weight too, right? Well, it actually can, surprisingly. So since I did that, let me go ahead and hang on the side splitter for a little bit and then come up. There you go, look at that. Feet are off the ground. The side splitter can actually hold my weight, so that's pretty impressive. You guys can see that it's not just something cheap, that you'd be scared of to even stand on or to hold on and stuff like that. But since I built it, I'm using the same material as I did with the splitter, and I just gave it some good mounting points. It's really strong, so that's always what I want to go with. I don't want something that's just gonna get hit by a rock or something and just go ahead and rip off. Don't want none of that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. And now you guys know how to make your own side splitters if you guys are interested in doing that for your car also. So that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching. As always, you guys have a great day.